It's not a bad view from 7,000 feet up in the Cascade Mountains. But Dave Hill and Ryan Crumley aren't here just to look at the scenery. They're here to measure it. Dave, a professor of civil engineering, and Ryan, a water resource science PhD student, are from Oregon State University, probing the depths of our region's snowpack.
You aren't looking up there every day and seeing the snow. Sometimes you can forget that that's where our water's coming from in April through June.
From understanding our water supply and predicting floods to forecasting avalanche danger, studying the snowpack is such a big job, these researchers could use a hand. Yours, to be exact.
We sort of hope that it's a collaborative thing. You know, we want people to help us by essentially sending measurements to us.
That's right, it's your turn. Through a grant from NASA, researchers from Oregon State, the University of Washington, and the University of Alaska Fairbanks have launched a 4-year project called Community Snow Observations.
Does that work?
If you're up in backcountry snow, you're encouraged to get out the probe you're probably already carrying and take a measurement.
195 it out? It is.
When you submit that number through the free Mountain Hub app,
Hit the check symbol.
your phone uses its GPS to plot the location. Then,
And when you get back into cell range, it will upload that measurement.
Dave says it's an invitation to be a citizen scientist, an opportunity to develop a deeper connection between the natural beauty we all cherish and the research that helps us understand it.
What we hope is that they see that they have a role in making science better. It's not just a bunch of scientists in their laboratories doing their thing. We really want the public to see that they can contribute.
Researchers say taking a small amount of time to take a measurement like this can have a huge impact on all of this. Ryan is the guy crunching the snow and the numbers.
You can see when you're out here, there's just so much mountain surface everywhere, and we don't really have good data coming in from the entire mountainside.
Snowpack is traditionally measured at fixed location snowtel or snowpack telemetry sites by the Natural Resources Conservation Service. But citizen scientists in Alaska went far above and beyond that last winter, sending in almost 500 measurements from spots snowtels don't cover.
And they go to places that we don't usually measure snow.
More measurements mean a more accurate picture of snowpack accumulation and melt-off, as seen in this animation of Ryan's study of the mountains around Glacier Bay in Alaska.
We've been able to get some pretty good results, and we think that we're maybe even able to get closer to reality based on some measuring stations that we have within the domain.
It's easy to measure the excitement over the Community Snow Observations Project. Just ask Mike Emard, who's ready to ditch his alpine skis and make some measurements in the backcountry.
Next time I go out, I'm planning on doing it.
It's important to him to help scientists like Dave and Ryan study our snowpack,
About 170 or so.
which, behind all the fun, is a matter he and many others in the Pacific Northwest take very seriously.
There's a lot of doubters out there in terms of like climate change and that sort of thing. If you get more data, more measurements, I think let the science and the data speak for itself.
And that data is already speaking volumes. Dozens of reports have come in to the Community Snow Observations website this winter in Washington and Oregon. There's a plan to expand to the Rocky Mountains, too. Dave and Ryan say it's a program they'd like to continue to grow for a new generation of citizen scientists ready to make a mark on the future of our environment.
We want people to get a better understanding of their water, and we think that by participating and making measurements and then seeing how those measurements get used, that hopefully they feel like they get something out of it.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle Channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.